In this book, Jessica runs away from the series forever so I can finally start enjoying Sweet Valley High. Oh, who am I kidding? Everybody's gonna beg her to come back home and she'll lord it over them like a jerk. She already lords it over everyone else, so really, there will be no change.
Argofont Book Review, Argofont Book Review.
Stephen is still upset over the death of his girlfriend. The twins decide to cheer him up by inviting him to a party tomorrow. This is Sweet Valley. There's always a party. Jessica's friend Kara is holding the party, and we're told things are still a little dicey with Stephen and Kara because she made a play for him in an earlier book. Whatever, I'm sure he'll get over it. Jessica asks Stephen to be her date. He blows up at her because he thinks she's trying to manipulate him, which she is. Jessica gets resentful when Elizabeth clears up the situation because everybody always ignores her and listens to Elizabeth. Jessica wishes that for once she could be something other than the bad twin. Yeah, but she's not going to do anything to improve her reputation, because that would involve effort in trying, when it's way easier for her to complain about how unfair her life is. Jessica meets Nicky Shepherd, one of the bad boys at school. He's a good-looking loner with a sensitive side. Love interest! At the party, Jessica throws a fit because Stephen isn't paying enough attention to her. When people compliment Elizabeth, Jessica snipes at them, then goes off to hide in the bathhouse. There she runs into Nicky. He complains that his parents are too busy to pay attention to him, and wow, it's like true love. They're more alike than they realize. They kiss a few times, and she goes home with him. She comes back after 1 a.m., and no, her parents don't talk to her about it. They're totally fine with her breaking curfew to be with the bad boy. The subplot of this book focuses on Ricky Capaldo, the cheerleading manager. His mom is suing his grandparents, Dad's a lawyer on the case, and Elizabeth's worried she'll upset Ricky by writing an article on the trial. Stephen tries talking to Jessica, and she throws a fit because the conversation was Elizabeth's idea, and everybody always does what Elizabeth says. Jessica soon realizes what a jerk she's being, so she tries to make it up to everybody by cooking dinner. The family makes some lighthearted jokes about the time Jessica accidentally gave them food poisoning, and Jessica immediately goes back to her mad, tragic, angry mood. Plus, the family talks about the trial at dinner. How dare they talk about something 2 family members are involved in? That doesn't count as talking about Jessica. They should talk about Jessica all the time. Jessica leaves the table in a huff and meets with Ricky again. He says he's planning to run away to San Francisco. He asks her to join him because they won't be missed by their families. Their families hate them. But she can't bear the thought of hurting everybody like that. Nicky takes Jessica to a party where kids are drinking beer and smoking marijuana. Jessica doesn't have any, because even if she's a bad girl rebel in this book, she's gonna stay drug-free. Nicky crashes the car on the way home, so don't do drugs, don't drink and drive. This has been a public service announcement brought to you by Sweet Valley High. Jessica decides to clear the air with her family the next morning, but everybody's too busy to talk right now. Work starts in like 10 minutes. Jessica decides this means her family members hate her, so she's gonna run away forever. Geez, Jessica, maybe you could try waiting a bit? Jessica's dad has a job. You can't conclude he doesn't love you. She writes her family a goodbye note, and the author is quick to assure us this isn't a real note, it's a pretend goodbye note, because she's fake running away. What she really wants is for them to show up at the bus stop and beg her to come back. But a wind comes out of nowhere and blows her note away, so her family never gets it. Oh no! Tragic misunderstanding! The trial has a happy resolution after Elizabeth talks to Ricky, and Ricky gives a big speech. When Elizabeth comes home, she realizes something's wrong because Jessica's room is empty. The family starts a frantic search for her, but the good news is that Stephen knows somebody from Nicky's group of friends. He does? Why does Stephen hang out with underage drinkers and druggies? The book completely glosses over this, but I want an explanation. Why is Stephen on a first-name basis with these people? Anyway, Stephen's drunken buddy tells them that Nicky's in San Francisco. Stephen and Elizabeth chase after the bus to San Francisco. They catch up to Jessica, and she's so happy she starts crying. Instead of a real resolution, the book gives us a one-paragraph recap of what happened next, which is basically they talked about it. Then we get a joke about how much Jessica loves shopping. Ha ha ha, let's buy her a sweater as a present for running away. I wish I was joking, but I'm not. That's actually what happens. The end. Post-book follow-up. Here is a harsh but accurate review. Jessica runs away in the second-to-last chapter, and they catch up to her in the last chapter. It's not, as the title indicates, a book where Jessica runs away and has to live on her own for a while. She doesn't even make it past the first bus stop. It's a lot of build-up for a short-lived dramatic event. I'm presuming that the reviewer of this harsh review isn't counting the real final chapter of the book, which is just a cliffhanger at school. It's a huge letdown that the book spends 3 pages on a cliffhanger and less than a page describing how the family members resolved the issue. I was expecting at least 5 pages based on how long the earlier family discussions in the book were, but no! The most important discussion of the book is skipped over. I suppose it's no secret that I dislike Jessica. She was better than normal in this book, and she had some interesting character development. I liked seeing her struggle with throwing off her bad reputation, and I like seeing her regret at how she constantly makes things difficult for her family members. And it was nice to see that Jessica loves her family, because normally she treats them like pawns. I want to see more of Jessica like this. I want to see more of Jessica's nice side, instead of Jessica being a jerk all the time. Other reviewers didn't like this. They prefer the angry, scheming Jessica to sad, whiny Jessica. I think there could be a balance. Jessica could still get involved in fights or wacky schemes without being a horrible, selfish jerk. That's possible. Just like how it's possible that Elizabeth can be a caring, concerned individual without being a total meddling hypocrite who destroys everybody else's lives. Overall, this is a good book, although the resolution is awful. The book flows well, and it does a good job of portraying both sides of the family battle. I would improve it by having Jessica run away earlier, or by having a full chapter dedicated to the family resolving their problems. I give Sweet Valley High number 21, Runaway, an 8 out of 10.